There is an invisible force that dictates every financial decision you make. It keeps the majority trapped in a cycle of endless labor. Yet, it is the exact same force the 1% use to build empires. That force is fear. Most people believe financial fear is a warning sign to retreat. They are completely wrong. Imagine two men facing a total economic collapse. The first man feels the panic in his chest. He plays it safe. He hoards cash. He waits for the storm to pass. The second man feels the exact same panic, but he doesn't freeze. He uses the adrenaline to hunt for the opportunities everyone else is abandoning. One becomes a victim of the system. The other buys the system for pennies. The difference isn't luck. It isn't even intelligence. It is a profound psychological shift in how they process anxiety. Society trains you to view financial fear as a stop sign, but the architects of wealth view fear as a compass. It points directly toward what you need to conquer. Subscribe now if you want to understand more hidden patterns like this. To master this, you must first understand the biological trap you were born into. Your brain was not designed to build wealth. It was designed to keep you from being eaten. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, fear meant immediate physical danger. Today, the tiger has been replaced by the mortgage payment, but your amygdala, the brain's threat center, cannot tell the difference. When you check a declining bank balance, cortisol floods your system. Your prefrontal cortex, the logical planning part of your brain, shuts down. You are biologically forced into fight or flight mode. In finance, flight means selling at the bottom. It means abandoning the plan. It means retreating to the illusion of safety, whispering. And that is exactly what they want you to do. The financial system relies on the predictable panic of the masses. Wealth does not evaporate during a crisis. It simply transfers. It moves from the hands of the fearful into the hands of the prepared. Look at history. Every major economic collapse follows the exact same pattern. The terrified majority liquidates their assets. The calculated minority buys them up. The system is a machine that converts middle-class fear into upper-class equity. To break out of this cycle, you have to rewrite your own code. You must separate the emotion of fear from the data of fear. Emotion tells you to run. Data tells you where the vulnerability lies. The moment you feel financial terror, you are standing at a threshold. You can either be consumed by the fire, or you can use it to forge something unbreakable. There is a secret known only to the financial elite. Comfort is the enemy of wealth. When you are perfectly comfortable, you are vulnerable. You stop growing. Tell me in the comments below right now, do you prefer to play it risk or play it safe? Comment one word. Most people choose safe, but absolute safety is a myth. Inflation silently drains your savings. The corporate ladder is a fragile illusion. The people who try the hardest to avoid financial fear usually end up suffering the most. The ultra-wealthy don't run from fear. They institutionalize it. They leverage debt. They acquire distressed businesses. They invest in blood in the streets. They actively place themselves in positions of high stress and high reward. Why? Because they know that fear creates a barrier to entry. Whatever terrifies the masses keeps the competition low. If an investment makes everyone else feel sick to their stomach, there is a premium to be captured. The fear you feel is just the tax you pay for an extraordinary life. If you want normal results, do what is comfortable. If you want extreme wealth, you must learn to digest extreme discomfort. Warren Buffett famously said to be greedy when others are fearful, but he didn't explain the psychological toll that requires. It requires you to sit in a burning room and calculate the price of the ashes. It requires you to override millions of years of evolutionary programming. You cannot fake this. You must train for it. Most people never learn these systems, unless they actively study them. Subscribe to this channel if you are ready to peel back the curtain. Now, let's look at how to weaponize this anxiety. This is the Alchemist's secret. Alchemy was the mythic art of turning lead into gold. Psychological alchemy is the very real art of turning fear into focus. When financial fear strikes, your body gives you a massive spike of energy. The common mistake is letting that energy spin out in a panic spiral. You lose sleep. You obsess over worst-case scenarios. You drain your power. The smarter approach is to capture that biological energy and direct it. Anxiety is just unchanneled excitement. It is your brain providing the fuel required to solve a massive problem. You must shift your perspective from "I am in danger" to "I am activated." Ask yourself, what exactly is this fear trying to show me? Is it showing you that your single source of income is too fragile? Is it revealing that your debt has made you a slave to your employer? Fear is not an enemy. It is a harsh, uncompromising mentor. It highlights the exact weaknesses in your life that you need to destroy. If you run from it, the weakness remains. If you face it, you can eliminate the vulnerability forever. This is the turning point. You must stop asking, "How do I feel safe again?" You must start asking, "How do I become dangerous?" Dangerous to the system, dangerous to the status quo, unbreakable in the face of economic volatility. The wealthy don't seek safety, they seek control. Safety is an illusion provided by someone else. Control is built by you. To take control, you need a mental framework, a protocol for when the panic hits. Step 1 is the Fear Audit. The next time you feel financial panic, do not check your bank app. Do not consume negative news. Do not complain to a friend. Sit in silence. Write down exactly what you are afraid of. Be painfully specific. I am afraid of losing my job and missing rent. Step 2. Isolate the worst-case scenario. Look the monster directly in the eyes. What happens if you fail? You will find that even the worst-case scenario is rarely fatal. You can rebuild. Step 3 is the action translation. Take that raw fear and assign it a physical task. Update your resume. Research a new asset class. Start the side business. I want you to pause and think. What is one financial fear holding you back right now? Share it in the comments. Putting it into words destroys its power. By forcing your brain to execute a logical task, you override the amygdala. The fear dissolves. Only the momentum remains. This is how you build a psychological callus. Every time you translate anxiety into action, you rewire your nervous system. Eventually, volatility doesn't scare you. It excites you, because you know that chaos is simply a ladder. And while everyone else is hiding, you are climbing. Most people will spend their entire lives reacting to the system. They will let fear dictate their choices, their income, and their freedom. But a few learn to step outside the matrix. They learn to understand it. And the moment you see the pattern, you can never unsee it. You stop being the prey, and you become the architect of your own reality. If you want to understand the hidden rules that shape money, power, and decision-making, subscribe to Hidden Secrets Archive right now. Every day we break down the hidden patterns behind wealth and human psychology. This channel is built for people who want to think differently. Join us.